Hi guys, it's week 2 of the semifinals of American Idol, and they've got your results. So basically I'm just going to go through this really quick because I didn't even take notes, so I'm just basically going to tell you what happened and comment on it. Instead of going through like, this happened then. I don't know, it gets a bit monotonous to have to read off a list, so basically you just had Allison, Chris, and Adam get in this week. And, like, I know I said in the blog when they chose the top 36 that Allison was going to be, like, just a crash and burn because she said she was really nervous or whatever. But I guess I probably, if I didn't really love Jason last year, probably would have said the same thing about him, because it's just really an awkwardness when being interviewed, I guess. Because when Allison came on that stage last night, she left it on that stage. So, yeah. Everyone and their dog knew Allison was getting in. Everyone and their dog knew Adam was getting in. It was Chris that was, like, not the surprise, but basically it was between Megan, Chris, and Matt for that third spot. And ironically, they brought all three of them, plus Janine, down to the stage at the same time. So you knew when you saw those three lined up there that it was, like, complete screwed. But I felt really, really bad for Matt, because you guys know I love Matt. You guys know I love Matt. And he just looked so heartbroken when he walked over that stage. Like, you know this thing is his life. I am praying he comes back for the wild card because he deserves it, like, so much. And he's amazing. So, it was just this, and I heard rumors that they might have to sing the same song over for wild card, which is kind of stupid because Simon did say at the end of the episode, some people who had bad choices might come back for wild card, which, that made me really happy, actually. Like, I'm not upset about Matt being eliminated at all, because A, I know there is a wild card. B, my mood completely turned around by the end of the episode. First, because of what Simon said about, some people who didn't choose the right song might be coming back, and they might be from this group. So I was like, yeah, that's Matt, alright. And then, the end of the episode, when Group 3 did their, dances, the top 36 dances, I started cracking up when Scott pulled out the cane and, like, shot it out and made it go, woo! And then oh my god, I was like, Scott, you made my night. I love you. Seriously, if I was upset at all over Matt not making it, Scott turned my life around that night. Let's see, other things about the episode. A lot of haters are on Matt's case, saying, like, oh, Matt didn't even congratulate Chris. But I want to know how Matt could congratulate Chris when Matt was already sitting down and it was down to Megan and Chris. But, I don't know. It's like, how do you know he didn't get up during the commercial break and go over to Chris? Like, hey, bro, whatever. Because they were roommates. They did the group song together in Hollywood. They were roommates here in the top 36. You know they were good friends. Why are you trying to deny it now just to make Matt look bad? You're ridiculous. Yeah, sorry if this blog turns into a ranting about people who don't like Matt thing, but, let's see. Who else? Oh, when Adam got in, it was down to him and Norman Gentle, and, like, I like Adam, like, in a certain, like, it's hard to understand, like, exactly where I stand with him right now, because even I don't know. Like, I want to like him, but he hasn't done anything to make me love him yet. But part of me was, like, rooting for Norman Gentle in a way, even though I don't want to see him anywhere near the top 12. It just would be funny. I don't know. It was just a weird mix of emotions at that point that I didn't even know what I was thinking, but so you've got, like, but even though I probably would not let Norman Gentle anywhere near the top 12, I do want to see him back for a finale, perfect novelty, would hire him for a birthday party, seriously, I want him at my 21st. I want him at my 21st. Mark my words, mark my words. I will get him for my 21st birthday. I'm not sure how much my friends would like that, but I would. But it's like, I don't know. The reprisal songs were not as good at all as they were last night. Like, last night, these people did what they had to do to get into the top 12. The reprisals, it was just like, yeah, I'm here now. What do you want? You know? Like, it was just weird. And except my mom actually liked Chris's better with this episode, with the results episode, because she told me, like, she goes, Chris, I didn't like him. He was nothing special, blah, 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 you know? But I don't know, like, I like Chris, and it's not just because he's hot, even though he is. And he's married, which kind of sucks. My friend is writing a story with, like, the idols as characters, and she likes to make them all, like, problem children. And she goes, Chris needs a problem. Tell me what Chris's problem is. And I'm like, he's married. That's his problem. He shouldn't be married. Because there's people like me out there, you know, that deserve him a lot more than his wife does. But, no offense to Chris's wife, because I'm sure she's a lovely woman, but so am I. Hey, Danny needs a wife, doesn't he? I'm sorry, I mean, I know. So, next week's group 3, it's the rest of the people we haven't seen yet, so I'm not even going to bother giving you a list. Basically, from this group, I think Scott is going to be a lock. He's in for sure. Lil is going to be a lock. She'll be in for sure. The third spot is going to go... It could go to anybody. I'm pulling for it to go to Juno. I mean, we haven't really seen that much of him, but I liked him last year when he auditioned. They showed his audition last year. And we didn't see much of him this year, but I've heard he got, like, a standing ovation in Hollywood and everything that they never bothered to show us, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how he's improved over the last year. And, yeah, so ideally that third spot would go to Juno, but, and then when it comes to wild cards, which are also next week, I don't think anybody else from Group 3 really deserves it. So I've picked my wild cards out of the first two groups. It's Anoop and Megan and Matt. End of story. Those are my wild cards. That'll be my top 12, and I'll see you next week to see if I'm right, which I had better be, because if they pass up on Anoop, Megan, and Matt, they're just wrong. So we'll see what happens next week, and hope things work out. Alright.